I wanted the crowd to really hear about all of the momentum that bioprocessing and biomanufacturing has, and then what that momentum specifically can do for the Illinois community and the central Illinois community in particular. So, very excited about that potential.
Now, you've got at the university a great lab. It's growing all the time.
Mhm.
You've got some good collaborators that farmers are going to recognize the names of.
Yeah, so a huge part of IFAB is our industry partners as well. I do run that research lab at the University of Illinois, but we do a lot of research and helping early stage, and we really need industry and commercialization partners. So the big ones, or the recognizable names, I'll say, for Central Illinois, both ADM and Primient are members of the IFAB Tech Hub, and again, we're trying to grow markets for commodities that can impact farmers in the region.
All right. Somebody listening or watching here will say, what does a bioprocessing lab do? What does IFAB do anyway?
Yeah, we find really new and exciting ways to use agricultural commodities. So we're working with corn sugar or soy glycerol or commodity crops every day, and converting those into products that people use every day, creating new markets.
Okay. Can you add, at least suggest some names that people might recognize for products that have come through your lab?
Um, it is ingredient stage, but I will say that we've produced some proteins that go into cosmetics, so that you can go and buy personal care products that have ingredients that were scaled through our facility. There are certainly novel food ingredients that are scaling up through our facility as well. There's a whole wide range. Unfortunately, I can't mention a lot of them by name, but it's just this really huge variety. There's also a lot of agricultural inputs, and I think your audience will really appreciate that. So we're making a lot of fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides, but through biology and through fermentation.
Okay, and that's a new one on me. I thought this was mainly food and personal care products, but you've got farm chemicals in too.
Absolutely. So a lot of those chemicals have historically been made from petroleum and chemical processing, and we're trying to do it through biology instead. So then it would be full circle. Then it's corn sugar in, and then an agricultural input on the backside.
So this is one of the definitions then of what I heard earlier today of a circular bioeconomy.
That is the hope. Absolutely, keeping everything closed circuit and thinking about the future of agriculture.
Okay. All of this has to, at some point, probably return a little bit more to the value of a bushel of corn or a bushel of beans.
That is absolutely the hope, and I am not going to pretend that we are huge offtake partners right now. But if we don't invest now in these new technologies, they will never become big offtake partners. And so our hope is to really grow the market so that they have a substantial impact on commodity prices and commodity uses.
Okay. Some people who are listening or watching are going to wonder, has this been hurt by what's going on in Washington? Has there been any damage that you can see at this point?
Instability and turmoil is hard across the board. And I know that farmers in this region are really concerned about some of the USDA and the USAID changes. But what I will say is that we are building domestic manufacturing using agricultural commodities and creating jobs for a very wide range of people and backgrounds. And we feel confident that at the end of the day, those bipartisan topics will really prevail.
Okay. I hope your message is coming or going out of central Illinois and being heard in Washington. Do we know if it is?
We have really great partners who have boots on the ground in Washington. I will say that the Corn Refiners Association is a member of IFAB as well. So they are continuing to promote that message. That's not necessarily my day-to-day life, but we have some really great partners who are helping with that.
What could a farmer do to help that message?
I think be supportive of the work, so understanding that it's kind of a slow process, but we're trying, and we are really working to build that, and have some patience with us maybe as well. But we're trying to build this industry.
What have I not asked about that's important to this conversation?
Um, I think we've covered a lot of it, and I know that we've had some really great conversations about IFAB, but I would just reiterate that we have a lot of momentum in bioprocessing and biomanufacturing, and Illinois and Central Illinois stand to be a leader in this space. But we need everybody involved, and we need all stakeholders to participate for that to become a reality.